Your case is closed. And you won't believe why. I beg you, don't ignore this. The truth they reveal will leave you in tears. Open it immediately. Stay with me and don't let your eyes wander, because this moment is unlike any other. The air itself is heavy with a revelation that was kept away from you for too long. They thought you would never find out, they thought this truth would stay buried, but today everything changes. Your case is closed, and the reason why will leave you speechless. Listen carefully, because this is not a story about strangers, this is about you. The battles you fought silently, the tears that no one saw, the weight you carried on nights when even the stars seemed to turn their face away, all of it was being written in a book you didn't know existed. Every pain, every betrayal, every time you were pushed aside, it was not wasted. It became evidence. And now, heaven itself has stamped across it, case closed. But here is where it becomes deeper. The reason it is closed is not because you failed, not because you were forgotten, it is closed because the truth was too loud to be ignored any longer. They tried to erase your name, they tried to rewrite your story, they tried to lock you in a chapter that was never yours. But the pen was never in their hands. It was always in the hands of one greater, and today that greater voice has spoken, you are free. Imagine this, those who whispered behind closed doors, those who celebrated your delays, those who thought your silence was weakness, they are about to watch what they never expected. The truth is walking into the open. The same truth they feared, the same truth they begged to keep hidden, the same truth that will leave you in tears of release, not sorrow, but tears of recognition. Because finally, what you carried has been seen. Stay until the end, because what comes next is the part you cannot miss. The tables have turned, and you are not walking into loss, you are walking into justice. You are not standing in shame, you are standing in vindication. The very doors that were slammed in your face are opening so wide they cannot be shut again. The very names that tried to crush yours are being exposed in light so bright they cannot hide. Your case is closed, not because your fight was ended, but because your fight was already won. And the reason why is the truth. A truth so strong it could not stay hidden. A truth so powerful it shakes the ground under lies. And when this truth touches your ears, your heart will tremble, your spirit will rise, and your eyes will fill, because you will finally see that every delay, every rejection, every betrayal was not the end of your story, it was the preparation for this very moment. So I tell you, do not ignore this. Stay here. Let it reach you. Because once you know why your case is closed, once you feel the weight of the truth they tried to bury, you will never be the same again. Do not move away, stay right here, because what I am about to tell you is the very heart of the mystery. You heard your case is closed, but you have not yet heard the secret behind why it happened. And once you hear it, you will realize that nothing in your life has been ordinary. Every delay you faced was not denial, it was design. Every closed door was not rejection, it was redirection. While you were asking questions in silence, answers were being gathered in places you could not see. And now, everything that was spoken against you, everything that was built to stop you, has collapsed under the weight of truth. That is why your case is closed. They thought you would never see this moment. They thought you would break under the pressure, they thought your tears would drown you. But instead, your tears watered the soil of your future. Your pain carved a pathway for your miracle. And when the time was right, the heavens leaned down, stamped the final word, and whispered, "It is finished." Stay with me until the very last word, because the shift is not in the story, the shift is in you. You are not the same as you were yesterday. You are not the same as you were when they laughed at you, when they lied about you, when they doubted you. Every piece of your story was evidence. Every scar was testimony. And now it has been sealed, you are cleared, you are free, you are chosen. Imagine the silence in the room of those who plotted against you when they realize the ending is not theirs to write. Imagine the look on their faces when the truth they buried is the truth that crowns you. Imagine the shock when the very name they tried to erase is the name being lifted higher than they ever dreamed. That is why your case is closed. Do not blink, do not move, because the final scene is still unfolding. What you are about to see is not the end, it is the beginning. A fresh page, a brand new chapter, a divine rewriting of your destiny. The truth is no longer hidden, and the truth is powerful enough to set you free completely. Stay, remain, and watch. Because the tears you will shed now are not tears of pain, they are tears of release. The truth they tried to hide is your victory, and it has already been delivered into your hands. Stay right here, don't let your eyes wander, because what unfolds now is the moment you were never supposed to miss. Your case is closed, but the story behind it carries a weight that could shake even the strongest heart. Listen closely, there were voices raised against you in secret, papers signed in darkness, conversations whispered in hidden corners. They thought they could silence you forever, they thought their lies would be stronger than your truth. But when truth arrives, it does not whisper, it roars. And that roar has already broken every chain around your name. This is why I beg you, don't move away. Every second you stay, you will feel the pieces align. Your sleepless nights, your restless prayers, your unspoken cries, they were never ignored. They became the evidence that tipped the scales. And in one divine stroke, the judgment was reversed. The gavel has fallen, the seal has been stamped, your case is closed, and you are free. Picture it, the very ones who doubted you are now forced to face what they never believed, that your strength was forged in silence, your victory written in secret, and your destiny protected by hands greater than theirs. What they buried has risen. What they mocked has become the crown on your head. What they called broken has become the proof of your unshakable spirit. Stay until the very end, because this is not just about hearing words, it's about feeling the shift. As you listen, something inside you begins to release. The heaviness falls. The fear breaks. The shame dissolves. And what remains is you, the real you, the chosen one, standing tall in the light of truth. Your case is closed not because you gave up, but because heaven stepped in. The truth was louder than the lies, stronger than the betrayal, greater than the silence. And the truth is yours now. Hold it, feel it, let it wash over you. Because from this moment forward, no power can rewrite what has already been sealed in your favor. So remain, don't scroll, don't break the moment. Stay with me until the last breath of this message, because the tears you are holding back right now will soon turn into the joy you've been waiting for. The truth has found you, and it will never let you go. Stay here, don't even blink, because what you are about to hear is the final seal of the story. Your case is closed, but now I reveal why the truth carries such weight. This is the climax, and you cannot afford to look away. For years, shadows tried to cover your name. They spoke as if you were powerless, they acted as if your silence meant defeat. But silence is not weakness, it is power gathering its voice. And today, that voice has thundered across every hidden place. The reason your case is closed is simple: the truth was too strong to be contained any longer. Stay until the end, because what I say now will pierce straight into your soul. The tears you shed in secret became the ink that rewrote your story. The prayers you whispered when no one was listening became the foundation of your freedom. And when heaven measured your pain against their lies, the truth outweighed everything. That is why the final judgment has been sealed in your favor. Picture the scene: doors that once refused to open are now swinging wide with no effort. The same people who whispered about you are now silent, because the truth they denied is undeniable. The ground has shifted, the tables have turned, and every hidden plot has collapsed in front of the light. This is the reason your case is closed. Do not move, remain with me, because your heart needs to feel this fully. The chains you carried are broken, the delays are over, the shame has been erased. You are not walking into an ending, you are stepping into a beginning. The truth has not just freed you, it has crowned you. The very weight that once pressed you down is now the evidence of your strength. And here is the most powerful part: what they tried to bury was never meant to stay hidden. The truth has always belonged to you. It is yours, it has been waiting for you, and now it is finally in your hands. And when the truth arrives, it doesn't just set you free, it changes everything around you. So I beg you, don't look away, don't break this moment. Stay until the last word, because what has been revealed today is the proof you needed. Your story was never over, it was always protected. And now, with the truth shining in full light, you will never go back to the shadows again. Stay right here, don't even think of moving away, because what is about to be revealed will hold you in silence. Your case is closed, yes, but the story is not finished. The aftershock of this truth is just beginning to unfold. For too long, they thought they held power over your name. They built walls of lies, they wrapped chains of doubt, and they believed their plans were final. But in one moment, everything turned. And now, the truth has not only broken the case, it has shattered every wall they built. Listen carefully, because this is not the kind of truth that whispers, this is the kind that echoes. It will echo in your spirit, in your home, in every corner of your life. The silence you lived in is over. The waiting you endured is finished. The record has been rewritten, and your name carries a weight it never carried before. Stay with me until the very end, because the most powerful part is this: your story is no longer in the hands of those who betrayed you, your future is no longer trapped in the shadows of lies. Your story is in your hands, blessed by the light of truth that no one can erase. Imagine this moment: every scar you carry, every tear you cried, every prayer you whispered, they have now transformed into proof that you were never abandoned. You were watched, you were guarded, you were protected. And now, as the truth comes alive, it crowns you as the victor, not the victim. Do not scroll, do not blink, because the next chapter begins here. The truth has not only cleared your past, it has opened a gate to your future. What once looked like an ending has revealed itself as the beginning of everything you were meant for. The reason you are here right now is because you were chosen to hear this revelation, chosen to carry this victory, chosen to step forward with nothing holding you back. And as you stay here in this moment, let it sink in, your case is closed not by chance, but by design. The truth was waiting for the right moment to strike, and it struck for you. Now, every step you take will carry the evidence of this victory. Nothing can erase it, nothing can undo it. This is your sealed destiny. So remain here, breathe it in, and feel the shift. Because from today, you are not walking in questions, you are walking in answers. Not in fear, but in freedom. Not in shadows, but in the blazing light of truth. And that, my friend, is why your case is not only closed, it is forever sealed in your favor. Stay right here, don't move, because what I am about to tell you is not just a story, it is a revelation. Your case is closed, but the echo of that closing is still shaking the ground beneath your life. And if you stay with me until the end, you will understand why nothing will ever be the same again. Think about it, every battle you fought, every tear you shed, every night you wondered if anyone saw you, all of it was collected. Every hidden detail, every silent pain became evidence. They thought their lies would speak louder, but your truth had a voice that could not be silenced. And that voice has now spoken on your behalf. Listen carefully, when heaven closed your case, it was not a quiet ending, it was a public declaration. A declaration that your pain has turned into power, your tears into testimony, your silence into strength. And now, the truth has risen so high that it cannot be hidden anymore. Stay with me, don't scroll, because this is where the shift becomes undeniable. Imagine the faces of those who doubted you when they realize you were never defeated. Imagine the silence of those who spoke against you when they see your story standing taller than ever. Imagine the release in your heart when you finally accept that you are free, truly, completely, forever free. This is not just about a case being closed. This is about chains being broken. About lies being shattered. About your destiny being unlocked in full view. You are not standing in the shadows anymore, you are standing in the light that exposes everything, and that light is shining on you. Remain here until the very last word, because your spirit needs to feel the fullness of this. The truth they tried to bury has become your crown. The very evidence they hoped would condemn you has become the proof of your strength. The very ending they hoped to write has been erased and replaced with victory. So let this sink deep into your heart, your case is not only closed, it is closed in your favor. No appeal, no reopening, no reversal. The truth has sealed it permanently. And from this moment forward, you walk not as one questioned, but as one confirmed. Not as one accused, but as one anointed. Not as one broken, but as one chosen. Stay here, breathe this in, and let your soul know, the truth has spoken, and it has spoken for you. Stay here, don't let go, because what is about to unfold is the deepest layer of the truth you were never supposed to hear. Your case is closed, but the reason why is not just paperwork in the unseen, it is a divine announcement that carries your name. For too long, you were left wondering why delays followed you, why doors closed against you, why whispers filled the air when your back was turned. They tried to convince you that silence was proof you were forgotten. But hear me, you were never forgotten. The silence was not absence, it was preparation. And now that the case is closed, the truth has risen louder than every whisper. Listen carefully. Stay until the very end, because this is not just about justice being served, it is about destiny being restored. The lies that were written about you have burned away. The weight you carried is no longer yours. The tears you hid have been counted, and they were turned into the very evidence that tipped the scale in your favor. Picture this moment: every shadow that tried to cover your name is gone. Every hand that tried to hold you back is empty. Every voice that tried to silence you has no more strength to speak. And you, yes, you, are standing in a light so bright that nothing can dim it again. Stay close, don't scroll, because the truth is more than words. It is a shift you can feel in your chest right now. It is the release of chains you didn't even realize you were still carrying. It is the calm after storms that seemed endless. It is the whisper that says, "You are free, and you are favored." This is why your case is closed. Because nothing else could hold you anymore. Because no lie could stand against the weight of your truth. Because the chapter they tried to write for you was never the chapter meant for you. And heaven itself has taken the pen and declared, "This story belongs to you, and only you." So remain here until the last word. Let your spirit hear it fully. Your case is not just closed, it is sealed with finality. No one can reopen it, no one can change it, no one can undo it. From this moment forward, you walk in freedom, you walk in light, you walk in truth. And that truth is your crown, forever. Don't move, don't scroll, because this is the moment everything comes together. Your case is closed, but what you're about to hear now will touch the deepest part of your heart. Stay with me until the end, because every second carries a piece of the revelation that belongs to you. For so long, you carried questions in silence. Why me? Why now? Why does it always feel like the weight is heavier on my shoulders? And while you were asking, heaven was answering, not with noise, but with action. Quietly, unseen, your tears were being turned into testimony, your pain into proof, your scars into strength. And now, that is why the seal has been placed, your case is closed. Listen closely, they thought you were finished. They thought your silence meant defeat, your setbacks meant surrender. But your silence was gathering power, your setbacks were building foundations. What they didn't see was that every closed door was redirecting you to the door that only heaven could open. And that door has opened. Stay right here, because this is where it becomes undeniable. The truth they tried to bury has become your crown. The lies they spoke have collapsed under their own weight. The shame they tried to place on you has been burned away. And now, standing in the middle of it all, is you, chosen, free, and victorious. Feel this moment, the shift in your spirit, the release in your chest, the calm that enters when the storm finally breaks. You are not the same as you were yesterday. You are lighter, freer, stronger, because the chains that bound you are no more. This is why your case is closed. Not because you were overlooked, but because you were preserved. Not because you were weak, but because you were being prepared. And now, the truth is too strong, too undeniable, too radiant to ever be hidden again. So remain until the very last word. Let it sink in. Your case is not just closed, it is finished in your favor, sealed by truth, guarded by light. And from this moment on, you are no longer carrying what broke you, you are walking in what builds you. Don't take your eyes away, stay with me until the last word, because this is the part where the truth rises higher than it ever has before. Your case is closed, yes, but the reason why it is closed will stir your spirit in a way you have never felt. For too long, they tried to hold your story hostage. They wrote endings that were not yours. They signed judgments that were never meant to stand. But every hidden move was already known. Every whispered plan was already exposed in the places they could not see. And when the scales were weighed, your truth carried more power than all their lies combined. Stay right here, because this moment is more than words, it is a revelation. Imagine the courtroom of destiny, voices raised against you, shadows presenting their case, and yet the silence of heaven breaking it all. One voice spoke louder than them all, a voice that carried your name, a voice that carried truth. And with one strike, everything against you fell apart. That is why your case is closed. Listen carefully. You were never forgotten, you were never abandoned, you were never left behind. Every setback was positioning, every delay was alignment, every tear was evidence. And now, it has all turned in your favor. The story they wrote in secret has been erased. The ending they wanted for you has been denied. What remains is the truth, and the truth crowns you victorious. Stay with me, don't scroll, because the shift is not only around you, it is within you. The heaviness you carried is lifting. The doubts that haunted you are dissolving. The shame they tried to place on you is gone forever. What stands now is light, bright, unshakable, undeniable light. Your case is closed because heaven chose to close it. And no one can reopen it. Not the ones who lied, not the ones who doubted, not even the ones who celebrated your pain. Their voices are gone. Their power is gone. Their hold is gone. The truth has silenced them all. So remain, don't break this moment. Let every word touch the deepest place in you. Because this isn't just a victory, it is a rebirth. You are walking away from the ashes into a destiny written in fire, sealed by truth, and guarded by light. And nothing, nothing, can stop what has already been declared in your favor. Don't move, don't scroll, because this is the very moment everything reaches its highest point. Your case is closed, but the story of why it's closed is carrying a fire so strong, it will touch every part of your soul if you stay until the end. Think about this, all the nights you lay awake wondering if your truth mattered, all the days you carried weight that wasn't yours, all the times you felt unseen, none of it was wasted. Every second became evidence. Every tear became testimony. And now, the verdict has been sealed in your favor. Stay right here, because what I am about to reveal is not just closure, it is confirmation. They thought your silence meant defeat, but your silence was strength gathering its voice. They thought your setbacks were your ending, but those setbacks were divine preparation. They thought the truth could stay buried, but the truth has risen higher than they ever imagined. Picture it clearly, a room filled with shadows, papers stacked with lies, voices shouting against your name. And then, silence. A silence so deep it broke every argument. And in that silence, the truth stood tall, undeniable, unshakable. With one strike, every false word collapsed. That is why your case is closed. Listen closely. This is not just freedom from the past, this is authority for the future. You are no longer walking in chains, you are walking in crowns. You are no longer living under judgment, you are living under favor. You are no longer defined by what they said, you are defined by the truth that has been revealed. Stay with me, don't look away, because the shift is not only happening in words, it's happening inside you right now. Your heart knows it, your spirit feels it, your destiny has aligned with it. You are free, you are chosen, you are vindicated. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can change that anymore. So remain, stay until the last word. Let this moment sink deep into you. Your case is not just closed, it is finished in your favor, forever. The truth is now your shield, your strength, and your story. And from here, the only way forward is higher. Stay right here, don't even think of scrolling, because what you are about to hear will hold you tighter than anything before. Your case is closed, but the ripple of that closure is still shaking the unseen. And if you stay until the last word, you will feel the shift move from the screen into your own spirit. Think of it, every wound you carried was not ignored, every injustice you faced was not forgotten. Hidden eyes may have overlooked you, but heaven did not. While they wrote lies in darkness, truth was being carved in light. While they thought they controlled the outcome, destiny was already waiting for this very moment. And now, the final seal has been placed, your case is closed forever. Listen closely, because this is bigger than just an ending. This is the start of something new. They thought exposure would break you, but it built you. They thought shame would crush you, but it shaped you. They thought silence would erase you, but it preserved you. And today, all of that has turned in your favor. Don't look away, imagine it clearly. A table where every voice that once accused you sits silent. A book where every page written against you has been torn out. A crown placed where there was once a chain. That is the scene playing over your life right now. That is why your case is closed. Stay here, because this truth is too precious to miss. The weight you carried for years is no longer yours. The name they tried to bury is now lifted. The tears that burned your eyes are now proof that you endured long enough to see this day. And the very scars they thought disqualified you are now your badge of honor. Feel this in your chest, you are not just free, you are favored. You are not just cleared, you are chosen. You are not just done with the past, you are being launched into the future. And no voice, no power, no shadow can undo what has already been declared over you. So remain until the final word. Because this is not only closure, it is the revelation that your life is about to take a turn you never thought possible. The truth has spoken, and the truth has spoken for you. Stay with me, don't even think of scrolling, because this part carries the weight of the final revelation. Your case is closed, but the reason it is closed will send waves through your heart if you allow yourself to stay until the very last word. Think carefully, every season you thought was wasted was actually building evidence for you. Every delay that made you question yourself was stacking up proof in your favor. And now, the final verdict is not just closure, it is confirmation. You were always meant to win. Listen closely. They wrote their own version of your story in secret, but the truth erased it in the open. They painted lies as fact, but the light has burned every shadow away. They thought they could define your ending, but heaven has rewritten it into a beginning. That is why your case is closed, not in silence, but in triumph. Stay right here, because what I tell you now is the most powerful part. Imagine the very voices that once mocked you now frozen in silence. Imagine the very walls that once blocked you now opening without resistance. Imagine the very scars you once hid now shining as proof of your strength. This is the picture of your story now. This is why the closure carries so much weight. Don't blink, don't scroll, because this is where your spirit awakens. The heaviness that sat on your shoulders is gone. The doubts that whispered at night have lost their voice. The shame they tried to wrap around you has burned away. What remains is you, whole, chosen, radiant, and unstoppable. Your case is closed because truth won, because destiny spoke, because your tears mattered, because your strength outlived the lies. And now, no force can undo it. No power can reverse it. No hand can reach in and tear it apart. It is sealed. It is finished. It is yours. So remain until the final breath of this message. Let it root deep inside you. Because this isn't just closure, this is resurrection. This is rebirth. This is your moment to step into the light, knowing your story has been secured forever in your favor. Stay right here, don't even blink, because what you are about to hear will pull you deeper than ever before. Your case is closed, but the reason it is closed is more than justice, it is destiny. And if you stay with me until the very last word, you will feel the shift in your spirit as the truth unfolds. Think about it, all the hidden rooms where your name was spoken without you present, all the shadows where lies were stitched together, all the whispers that tried to weaken your spirit. None of them survived. The truth has consumed every shadow, and the light has left no place for them to hide. That is why the verdict was stamped, case closed. Listen closely, because this is not ordinary closure, this is divine reversal. Every tear you cried in silence was placed on a scale, and it outweighed the lies spoken against you. Every prayer you whispered became a key, unlocking doors they swore would never open. And now, those doors are swinging wide before your very eyes. Stay with me, don't scroll, because the most powerful part is yet to come. Imagine the scene. The book of your story, once filled with accusations, is now empty of every false word. Pages once stained with judgment have been replaced with pages of victory. And your name, once written in doubt, now shines in bold letters of truth. Feel it now, the heaviness lifting, the fear dissolving, the shame evaporating. This is the moment where you no longer wonder if you are enough. You know you are chosen. You know you are seen. You know you are free. Your case is closed because truth roared louder than lies, because destiny was stronger than delay, because your heart endured long enough to see this day. And now, no voice can argue it, no shadow can deny it, no power can undo it. The final word has been spoken, and it was spoken for you. So stay until the very end. Let this settle inside you. Your closure is not an ending, it is a gateway. What begins now is a story no one else can control, no one else can touch, no one else can erase. The truth is yours, the victory is yours, the crown is yours, forever. Stay right here, don't even think of scrolling, because this is the point where everything you've heard so far collides into one unstoppable truth. Your case is closed, but the reason why will not just touch your mind, it will shake your soul. For years, you walked with questions. Why was your name dragged? Why were doors slammed? Why did silence feel louder than answers? They wanted you to believe you were forgotten, that the shadows had the final say. But they were wrong. Every silent night was being recorded, every tear was being stored, every hidden betrayal was being weighed. And when the balance tipped, heaven spoke with a voice that no one could argue, case closed. Listen carefully. Stay until the end, because this isn't just closure, this is elevation. They thought you would crawl away in defeat, but you are standing taller than ever. They thought lies could define you, but truth has redefined you. They thought your scars were shame, but your scars are proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. Picture it. The very people who once laughed in secret now stand in silence. The very walls that once held you back have crumbled into dust. The very weight that once broke your shoulders has lifted, leaving you lighter than you've ever been. This is not just freedom, this is transformation. Don't blink, don't scroll, because the best part is right here. Your case is closed because the truth has finished its work. Nothing left to prove. Nothing left to argue. Nothing left to hide. You are stepping into a new chapter where the lies have no place, the shadows have no voice, and the past has no power. And hear this clearly, the closure of your case is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of the chapter they never wanted you to see. A chapter filled with light, favor, and unstoppable momentum. You are walking out of chains and into crowns, out of silence and into song, out of shadows and into brilliance. So stay until the last word. Let this truth carve itself into you. Your case is sealed, your freedom is real, your destiny is unstoppable. Nothing can undo it, nothing can reverse it, nothing can take it away. The truth is yours, forever. Stay right here, don't even think of looking away, because this moment is carrying the strongest wave yet. Your case is closed, but what I'm about to tell you now will not just stir your heart, it will set your spirit on fire. For too long, they thought the lies they crafted in silence would hold. They thought the chains they wrapped around your name would never break. They thought your story would end in shadows. But the truth has spoken, and once truth speaks, every false voice goes silent. That's why your case is closed. Listen carefully, because this is not just an ending, this is a declaration. The tears you shed became the handwriting of justice. The scars you carried became the evidence of survival. The prayers you whispered became the keys that unlocked your freedom. And when the last word was spoken, the seal was placed, your victory was confirmed. Stay with me until the last breath of this message, because what you're about to feel is the turning point. Imagine the silence in every room where they plotted against you, as they realize their words have no more power. Imagine the shift when every shadow they sent has been burned away by light. Imagine the release when you finally see yourself as heaven has always seen you, free, chosen, victorious. Don't scroll, don't blink, because right now, the shift is not just being told to you, it is happening inside you. The weight is lifting, the shame is dissolving, the doubt is breaking apart. And in its place is strength, clarity, and unstoppable light. Your case is closed because your truth could no longer be hidden. Because your destiny could no longer be delayed. Because your name could no longer be buried. It was never about their power, it was always about your purpose. And now that purpose has been revealed in full force. So remain here, until the very last word. Let it settle deep, you are not just free, you are favored. You are not just cleared, you are crowned. You are not just standing at the end, you are stepping into a beginning brighter than you ever imagined. The truth has spoken, and it has spoken for you, forever. Don't scroll, don't look away, because this is the very moment you've been waiting for. Your case is closed, but the reason behind it carries a weight so powerful that if you stay until the end, you will feel it moving through every part of your soul. For too long, they tried to bury your truth under layers of lies. They thought their whispers would become the loudest sound in the room. They thought the doors they locked would keep you out forever. But here is the truth, their lies collapsed, their whispers faded, and their locked doors have been blown wide open. That is why your case is closed. Stay right here, because what you are about to hear is the part no one else told you. Every tear you cried in silence was not wasted. Every moment you carried pain alone was not ignored. Those tears became evidence. That pain became proof. And together, they tipped the scales until heaven declared, enough. The truth wins. Picture it now, a courtroom not of earth, but of destiny. Shadows standing with their accusations, stacking pages of lies. And then, a silence falls. The evidence of your endurance is laid on the table. And in that instant, everything shifts. The lies collapse under the weight of your truth. The verdict is spoken. Case closed. Forever. Stay with me, because the best part is here, your freedom is not quiet. It is loud, it is undeniable, it is unshakable. The very scars they thought would break you are now your crown. The very pain they mocked has become your testimony. The very silence they thought erased you has preserved you for this exact moment. Don't blink, don't move, because the shift is happening right now. The shame you once carried is lifting off your shoulders. The doubt that haunted you is dissolving into nothing. The weight of yesterday is gone. And what remains is you, chosen, victorious, unshakable. Your case is closed not because they allowed it, but because heaven declared it. No hand can reopen it, no voice can reverse it, no power can challenge it. It is finished. It is sealed. It is yours. So stay until the last word. Let it burn into your heart. You are not walking in chains anymore, you are walking in crowns. You are not bound by shadows anymore, you are carried by light. The truth has spoken, and it has spoken for you. Stay right here, don't even think of scrolling, because what you are about to hear carries the weight of heaven's final word over your life. Your case is closed, but the reason behind it is not just justice, it is destiny unfolding right in front of you. For so long, shadows tried to silence you. They spoke lies when your back was turned. They celebrated when you were pushed down. They thought your silence was the end. But your silence was never weakness, it was strength gathering itself. It was truth preparing its moment. And today, that moment has arrived. Case closed. Listen carefully, every tear you hid in darkness was seen. Every battle you fought alone was recorded. Every scar you carried became evidence. And when the scales tipped, the lies had no more weight. The truth stood taller than every false word. That is why your case is closed forever. Don't look away, because what I say now is the part that will stir your spirit. Imagine a table where every false accusation is laid out. Imagine the room filled with voices raised against you. And then, silence. A silence so strong that it breaks every argument. And in that silence, the truth speaks, clear, undeniable, unstoppable. And with one word, everything against you collapses. Stay with me, because this truth is not just about closing the past, it is about opening the future. The doors once locked against you are opening without effort. The chains once tied to your name are falling into dust. The shame they tried to give you is erased completely. And what remains is you, chosen, crowned, victorious. Feel it in your chest, the release, the shift, the lightness. This is not just relief, this is rebirth. You are not walking out as the same person who entered the storm. You are walking out refined, unshakable, unstoppable. Your case is closed not because they allowed it, but because truth demanded it. And once truth speaks, no one can silence it. Once truth shines, no one can hide it. Once truth wins, no one can reverse it. So stay until the very last word. Let this reality carve itself into your heart. Your story is not defined by the shadows, it is defined by the light. And that light has declared once and for all, your case is closed, and your victory is forever sealed.